The great thing about food clubs is that they provide a dignified way for families to come and access food that's affordable.
Food clubs were designed to promote food equality, particularly to families with young children, through a partnership between Family Action, Feeding Bristol, a partner organisation, in this case the Children's Centres in Bristol City Council, and FareShare, who take surplus food from industry. So we're able to take that surplus food, so people will come and collect a bag of food each week.
Families join, they only have to pay £1 a year, and then they pay £3.50 a week, for which they get about £20 worth of good food.
Transaction's really important to us. It provides that financial sustainability for the model, but it also empowers our members, and that gives a bit of dignity to people as well. It destigmatises the fact that obviously this food is surplus from the industry. The role of FareShare has been fundamental in the development of food clubs. Their ability to scale up, their ability to provide fantastic fresh produce direct from industry has meant that our members feel like they're getting a really good deal. You know, this is brilliant produce that just happens to come from an industry that clearly isn't functioning properly and has a huge amount of surplus. I think choice is really important in food clubs, so it's not just a case of here's a box of stuff, take it away. Members can choose something that fits in with their particular tastes, or they can look at their own kitchens and think, actually we need this because that would go really well with something else at home. So we're building in choice that way as well. Here they've got fantastic outdoor growing space, so the team here are able to put some of that product out for our members to come and sample, but also to take away and give alternative ingredients a try, and also stop talking about the things that they can cook with fresh, locally grown produce. I mean, people talk about food miles. This is food meters. It's being grown there, and it's being taken away and eaten within meters of the Children's Centre here. We also have a demo kitchen here from Children's Kitchen.
It's a sort of education element for Feeding Bristol,
where they're able to take maybe unusual ingredients from the food supply that week, convert it into something really tasty.
Families can taste it as well as learn to cook it, and that's very empowering for families. We knew we had a really strong infrastructure of children's centres in Bristol, and that's absolutely key to the success of our food clubs, because our children's centres know their communities, they know their families, and it becomes a one-stop shop. So it's not just about food, it's for well-being far more broadly, really.
Food clubs are here 51 weeks a year, and that means that we can build relationships with our members, even though it's a short amount of time that they're here. They get to know the volunteers, they get to know the staff. We learn about them, their families, what foods they like, what foods they don't like, things that they're willing to try. It does start to build community here, and we always try and recruit volunteers that live in that community because it gives them ownership. It makes the food club really feel that it's part of the community as well. That model is set up to be financially sustainable, so after 3 years, the programme can pay for itself. They're socially sustainable in that they're bringing people together to talk about food, talk about alternative food supplies, and they're environmentally sustainable in that they're using surplus food that would otherwise have gone to landfill. And that's the big thing that really stands out. This is not an emergency crisis provision, it's a way of providing long-term support for families. Feeding Bristol support was essential in the development of food clubs, particularly the rapid expansion. Having that strategic overview of what happens across the city in terms of food supply, but also being able to identify those hotspots of areas that were important that we could establish food clubs in. So they've got the vision, and there was also financial support as well. We're really excited. We know that the model can be easily replicated, that we can expand on what we're doing here, we can meet even more families and have an even bigger impact across the city.